Good morning, crypto boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain here. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Today we're talking about the Lightning Network. Will Bitcoin's Lightning Network make altcoins obsolete? I came across an article that is suggesting that. I want to go over the Lightning Network. What is the Lightning Network? And dive a little deeper into it and see what the boomers think about it. As the rest of the kaboomers, the crypto maniacs, tune into this live broadcast. Crypto Stacks is here. Cliff Martin's here. Original Copy is the first boomer in the population here in the population of the chat box today. Guys, make sure you're touching the buttons, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding button up out there. Let the boomers know that Champagne is on the networks, booming with the best of them with that positive crypto energy every single day. Shout out to Marlon, Sori, and George, and the rest of the kaboomers out there. Guys, touch the buttons. Let the world know that we're on live. We're live. We're live. We're live. We may be shadow banned or whatnot, but the boomers are still showing up to bat, swinging for the fences. The sluggers are out here. Shout out to Caesar. Shout out to Marlon, Sori, and Crypto Stacks, Cliff Martin, Copy, and the rest of the silent lurkers out there. I know we got a few silent lurkers, and I invite you guys to come out of the crypto closet, drop a positive comment, and stop hiding behind the networks out there, guys. We want to know what you're up to, what you got to say, and drop a comment. I know we have a few silent lurkers out there, so I encourage you guys to jump out the crypto closet and become a brother here with the crypto boomers. Shout out to Jigger Roams. Happy Friday. Kaboom. Shout out to Caesar, Marlon, and the rest of the boomers. Guys, again, if you're just tuning in, this is a live broadcast. Indeed, we are going to be talking about the Lightning Network. Will this Lightning Network make altcoins obsolete? I don't know. I want to know what you guys have to say, and I'm going to discuss an article that I came across here suggesting just that. And then in addition, we'll be looking more into the Lightning Network, what exactly it is, and checking it out. As the rest of the boomers tune in, 13 crypto maniacs here. Let's go ahead and check out today's mathematics before we discuss this Lightning Network. Indeed. Let's check out the coin caps, turn off these coins, and hit refresh so we're up to the latest booming information in real time. Coin market cap at 119 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 52.5. Bitcoin dominance solid as a rock. Hashtag Chevy out there. We got Bitcoin at 35.94. It's about the same as it was yesterday. Ripple at number 2. I don't like it. Ethereum needs to do something at 116. Bitcoin Cash was up yesterday, but it's about the same today. 128. EOS at 246. EOS doesn't move either. Tether at 101. And how about Litecoin? They got a new little blue logo out there. It looks like they swapped it out. I was reading about this blue logo with Litecoin, and apparently they had some marketing firm test new logos, and apparently the Reddit community voted or suggested that this is a good logo, and as opposed to the silver one, which is kind of throwing me off because Litecoin's supposed to be silver to Bitcoin is gold, but apparently this blue may be popping out a little bit more. You know, the gray color doesn't really stand out as much as this blue color, in my opinion. I do like the gray color better. Let me know what you think about that. And if I'm not mistaken, they unveiled this logo for this UFC event, or they're going to or not. Let me know if you know about that. $32 for Litecoin. Stellar at 10 cents. Tron at 2 cents. Bitcoin, Satoshi Vision, which I'm not a believer in, is at $75. We got Cardano, doesn't move. They're at 4 cents, solid as a rock as well. And then Binance making its movements to 663. Binance is up. We have that in our virtual digital portfolio as well. IOTA, 29 cents. Monero at 45. And then you got Dash at 73 as the rest of the boomers step into the box. Cliff, Chris Cantu, Kaboom, Marlon Jones, Dolphin 134. Tyler D is silent today, but he's usually talking. It's all good. Thanks for chiming in, and the rest of the boomers today on this Friday. Shout out to all the wagies out there that are thanking the Lord that it's Friday out there. You know, we feel for you, and it's always been our aim and our goal and our target to be independent boomers and not call another man our boss out here. So hopefully you're adjusting your sniper scope to head in that direction. Sorian's asking what's wrong with the Cardano guys. I don't know. I mean, I like Cardano. Everything's all good. I haven't heard of anything wrong, actually. As long as Lightning Network works well, it could make some coins pointless like Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Gold, and Litecoin because they can all do the same thing. Okay, yeah, and that's definitely a point that we could consider, and we're going to be talking about that. Chris Cantu says Litecoin, low fees, quick transactions, stacking Litecoin for the halving in August, kaboom. And you know how I feel about that, Chris? I mean, I've been holding this baggie of Litecoin, and it's been a tough hold, but somewhere I still believe in the lights. I say let there be light, and I'm injecting my positive energy on the Litecoin bag holders worldwide. Let that light shine on the crypto valley. Let there be light indeed. Let me drop a bomb. Why not? Boom, boom, boom. Indeed, we'll be talking about this Lightning Network. Will it make Litecoin obsolete? And Tyler thinks that it will. That it will make altcoins obsolete, pointless like Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Gold, and Litecoin. So let's first talk about what exactly is the Lightning Network so we can clear it up. I'll have this link down below as well. And this is an article over there on medium.com posted by Sure Debits. Okay, this was posted back in December. And this is a quick summary as to what exactly the Lightning Network is. Okay. Okay, so let's read you this excerpt from this article. The Lightning Network is a network that runs on top of a blockchain. The Lightning Network is an example of a layer 2 protocol. The first layer is a blockchain. The second layer is a Lightning Network. When talking about the Lightning Network, people usually refer to the Bitcoin blockchain. The Lightning Network can run on other blockchains, and we've seen it implemented on Litecoin if we're not mistaken. But most developers are focused on Bitcoin since it is the de facto reserve currency for the cryptocurrency ecosystem, and in my opinion for the globe, but people haven't realized that just yet. Okay, Lightning Network summary enables instant transactions since verification no longer has to happen on the Bitcoin blockchain proper for every transaction. They happen off chain. Okay, there's no need to wait roughly 10 minutes for it to be confirmed. So if you're buying a cup of coffee, paying for a subscription or a streaming data, the payment happens instantaneously. Okay, enables instant transactions, allows for micro pricing and privacy. Okay, and that's, you know, basically a rough summary of exactly what the Lightning Network is. Now, I have expressed in the past my weariness with the Lightning Network. This is an off-chain solution. So the transaction, these microtransactions that are occurring with these Lightning Network nodes are not occurring directly on the blockchain. So theoretically, they can be reversed. Okay, they can be reversed. So you could read more about that and we can discuss that as well. Let's check out this article here on Bitcoinist.com. Bitcoin Lightning Network now beating altcoins at their own game. This is posted on Bitcoinist.com by Emilio Janis yesterday. Okay, let me see exactly the point that I wanted to share with you guys. I lost my place here. Okay. As a recent guest of the Bitcoin News Show, this gentleman explained that around 4% of daily sales are now made through Lightning payments, while on-chain Bitcoin payments still make up the bulk of the sales. This is more than any altcoin on most days. He also said that the number of Lightning payment was increasing daily. This is coming from Mr. John Carvalho from BitRefill. Okay, BitRefill is a service that allows people to purchase vouchers to buy from Amazon, Uber, and hotels using cryptocurrency. Okay, so he's saying now more people are using the Lightning. Feel the might of Thor. So this gentleman also discussed BitRefill's recently announced the Thor service. So I believe that that's their Lightning node. This allows customers to open an empty Lightning channel connected to BitRefill well-connected node for a small fee. The channel connects to a Lightning wallet, allowing the holder to receive Bitcoin instantly and with near zero fees. Okay, so, you know, basically these Lightning networks are like a middleman fronting you the Bitcoin, is the way I'm understanding it, which, you know, could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing, okay? This is an easy tool to get started accepting Lightning payment. The alternative is to manually ask someone to open a channel for you or open a channel yourself and make some outgoing payments. BitRefill are seeing a great deal of interest in this product, showing that Lightning Network has support and could indeed live up to its potential as an altcoin killer. So that's the case here, that if, you know, the Lightning Network enables fast microtransactions almost instantly with zero fees, then what's the point of using all these other coins? Now, I'll tell you right off the top, what's the point is that, you know, if you're not going through a middleman, then things are permanent. They're immutable. And in my opinion, it's more secure. You know how I feel about letting another man handle your bag out there, guys. The Lightning Network, you know, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I see the pros, I see the cons, but, you know, having another man involved in the transaction, I'm not sure if I'm swallowing that pill. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. Okay. Wouldn't the Lightning Network also work for Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, BTC, and Bitcoin? Yeah, it could work theoretically on all those blockchains. And if I'm not mistaken, it's already been implemented on Litecoin. Until Bitcoin is making instant confirmation, Bitcoin will still be considered a store of value, not a currency. Don't think Lightning Network will do that, says Marlon. Okay. Tyler D says, by the way, if Lightning Network is successful, I can't see this being a threat to alts like ETH, EOS, Tron, etc. They got different goals and functions. You do make a point there. And this question's brought up, you know, for the purpose of this discussion. I don't believe it's going to make altcoins obsolete. Let me just answer that question directly. No. But, you know, it could take some market share from some other coins, though. 30% of all transactions in the USA are cash. 55% of those are under $10. In foreign non-Western countries, all cash transactions are closer to 75%, says McLovin. Okay. Bronson says, as I understand, Lightning Network payment can only be made to addresses on the network. I don't know if that's true or not, but it does seem like it is true, Bronson. So if someone can confirm what Bronson is understanding there, I think he's right. Marlon says masternodes provide the solution for instant micro transactions. Right, not only masternodes, but other altcoins do. I mean, you could do instant micro transactions on the Steem network for free. You could do it on EOS. You could do it on a lot of blockchains. I prefer on-chain transactions, says McLovin. You know, I agree. I agree. But I do see that there is a use case. You know, maybe not every single transaction needs to be on chain. You know, I can understand that as well. Derek agrees with Marlon. Okay. Chris says, good point, McLovin. One Nice Land says, the hemp coin will moonshot this week, new wallet. Okay. Yeah. You know, you're shilling a coin. I never seen you before. Nice Lad. Before you come in, try to shill a coin. You know, acclimate yourself to the population of the chat box before you try to shill a coin. You know, I'll snipe you out the box. Real simple. I've never seen you before. Nice lad. Okay. Original copy says confirmation are basically instant, but they are not added to the blockchain until 10-minute time period is up and the protocol intends to add the transactions to the previous chain. Exactly. And because of that, transactions could be reversed because they're not actually being added onto the blockchain. So you could, you know, that's kind of, you know, why I'm 50-50 with this Litecoin. Lightning Network, excuse me. Original copy says, Marlon, Andreas Antonopoulos has addressed this many times. Check him out. Okay. Marlon says now Mimblewimble may be the solution for on-chain instant transactions. And that's another great point, Marlon. You know, we've covered Mimblewimble because, you know, the boomers like yourself, like Derek and others have brought it to our attention. And I like Mimblewimble. Let's see where it goes. You know, I'm particularly more interested in the Beam coin than the Grin coin, being that it's deflationary. But, you know, we could talk about that in another broadcast. Jim says that won't substitute for privacy coin users. You do have a point. Bronson says, wallet of Satoshi is the only Lightning wallet I know of. Anyone know of others? Not off the top. McLovin says, Champ, thoughts on the centralization of the Lightning network? You know, that's kind of why I'm weary, because I see that, you know, like Lightning networks and these Lightning nodes, they basically become like Bitcoin banks, right? Like, you know, it is some sort of like they could create a cartel, arguably, right? But my understanding is that, you know, there's necessarily no barrier to entry to make a Lightning network other than the hardware and the actual coins that you have to stake in the node, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I'm still learning about this in real time. Marlon says he too is interested in Beam over Grin for the same reason. Got a baby bag of Beam. Okay, yeah, so we seem to be on the same page on that one. Indeed. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. He's probably tuning in right now, trying to pick up on some kaboomer slang and trying to boom with the best of them. I invite them to drop a comment here in the population of the chat box and come out of the crypto closet. And today we're talking about Lightning Network. Will it make altcoins obsolete? Some are saying that it could, being that it could provide for lower fees, lower transaction fees, and instant transactions. Indeed. Chris Cantu says, smash the like. Guys, go ahead and check out Chris's channel. He's booming out there, dropping daily content, 2-3 videos a day from what I'm understanding. And he's on fire. He's on fire. Chris Cantu out there, winners and leaders, leading the men out there to the kaboom. Indeed. So go ahead and check him out. And I got to take your suggestion on one of the videos you did, Chris, about, setting up your own website. I got the Champagne Crypto domain. I just haven't set up the website or whatnot. And, you're probably right. These days with the shadow ban or whatnot, it's only a matter of time before the PC police gets at us. And just the other day, we were doing a live stream. We mentioned a couple things, about dual citizenship with Israel that we, when it comes to congressmen, that we disagree on. And before you know it, we got sniped out the box on the live stream. So, it looks like the algorithm got triggered. And you know how it goes, guys. You say the wrong things, they snipe you out, and it is what it is. And maybe I should take Chris's advice of, maintaining your community on your own website or whatnot. So yeah, own your own platform, 1000 indeed. Marlon says, rumor is that Lightning is a way for banks and governments to be able to censor transactions on the Bitcoin network. Exactly. I haven't heard that rumor, but I can see how that could be true. That's why I'm questioning it. Okay, I don't know if it's true or not either, Marlon, but we seem to be thinking about the same lines here. Thoughts on Litecoin long term? I like Litecoin. As much as I've felt bad about holding this bag, I still have a little baggie, and I'm hoping that it could kaboom. I see that Litecoin is in competition with Bitcoin Cash right now. I just got done watching a news segment about FilmCoin on ABC News about a company using the blockchain and presenting it at the Sundance Festival. Things are happening. That's great. That's great. Thanks for letting us know, CryptoZilla. And you'll see that the blockchain adoption, Bitcoin adoption has increased, as opposed to last year. It keeps increasing. So maybe the price hasn't kaboomed in the past of a year, but more people are talking about the bits. More people know about the bits than they did just a couple of years ago. Good morning to Queens Races. Crypto brother has stepped into the building. Good morning, Queens. McLovin says, I'm going to add Dash Grin Beam to my portfolio. Okay, congratulations. Already have Litecoin. All right. Chris Cantu says, gotta speak in code, bagels. Yeah, I mean, some people are speaking in code, but, we spoke directly, and we got sniped out there for a second. And Cliff called it, too. Cliff was like, oh, you're going to get the Israel strike on you, says Cliff. And indeed, it happened about 5 minutes later. So that's what it is out there, guys. Tech is one thing, but putting it into real world use is where the next boom is going to happen. I think just coin speculation isn't going to do it anymore, says CryptoZilla. And you're right. Tech is one thing, but putting it into real world use is where the next boom is. Exactly. I do agree with that, CryptoZilla. Litecoin isn't going anywhere. It's here for the long haul, says Cliff Martin. Hopefully. Derek says, I think Litecoin is just riding Bitcoin's coattail and has a bad use case. Okay, yeah, Derek has expressed his disbelief in Litecoin, and that's all good. I'm not believing that, but, again, I'm not trying to shill Litecoin either. It is what it is. I have the bag, and it is what it is. Marlon says, on BitTube, you can't be sniped out of the box for saying things lamestream media doesn't like. Use decentralized platforms. Indeed, and Marlon has brought up to our attention BitTube, and then we got DTube, and there is decentralized platforms, guys. There is decentralized platforms where your post cannot be deleted, and as more people get censored here by the mainstream media, I do expect the demand for those uncensorable, immutable blockchains to rise. Indeed. Thank you for letting us know, Marlon. Chris Cantu says, Charlie Lee said that Litecoin halving would not cause Litecoin to boom. Is he a hater? Yeah, we discussed that before. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Charlie, It's hard to figure him out. At one point, I thought he was just trying to virtue signal out there when he got out of the Lightning, when he dumped the bags. And he was right about the price going down back to $20. That one thing I'll hand to him. So here's the bottom line here, guys. We can't be trusting one man or any blockchain mascot, because that's what these characters are. Vitalik, Charlie Lee, even Hoskinson. They're blockchain mascots basically. Some of them are providing more value than others, and for us as cryptomaniac boomers to depend on these mascots, I don't think is a wise move out there. So it is what it is. If Charlie Lee can't back his own coin, why should we? You got a great point out there, Marlon. Look at the Sweet Bridge project. They already have partnerships with Arizona government. I met the founder. He's amazing. Okay, we got to look into that, Derek. I'm glad that you brought that up a few times. And, I'm going to get around to it. If anybody can chime in about the Sweet Bridge project other than Derek, let me know. Tyler says, Marlon, agreed. I tried to use it as much that supports crypto, Brave, Steem, BitTube. When you're talking about decentralized platforms, absolutely, Tyler, absolutely. Rise of King Fresh says, "What up, fam? Did you grab your BOS tokens from the EOS fork?" No, I haven't. But we talked about that earlier this week. BOS being the sister chain to EOS. So I don't know if that was a drop or you had to go and actually, grab those tokens in the form of an air grab, or if it was just an airdrop or whatnot. If you could clarify that for us, Rise of King Fresh, that would be awesome. Mr. Lodak said that he did get his BOS coins. So that's what's going on. So, Marlon does have a point. If Charlie can't back his own coin and he doesn't think the halvening is going to positively impact Litecoin, why should we support it? The only founders that have delivered on their promises are Satoshi, CZ, and Vitalik. I don't know about Vitalik, though, Derek. I'll be honest with you, because they've been promising upgrades for, I don't know, the Casper, the sharding, the plasma, but I haven't seen any of it implemented. So I would disagree with Vitalik there. Satoshi delivered, and, CZ out of Binance seems like he's trying to live up to his promises. So, I believe in 2/3 of that argument. What other on-ramp coins to Bitcoin Lightning other than Litecoin? I don't know, Mike Lovin. Maybe someone else can answer that question. I don't know the answer to that. We got 24 crypto maniacs here in the box. We're talking about the Lightning Network. Will it make altcoins obsolete? I don't think so, because as one of the boomers pointed out, some of these altcoins, they provide additional functions than just microtransactions and low fees. You got the decentralized apps and whatnot, and it's a little bit more. I want to use the word robust, but I don't know if that's the right word. But it's got a lot more. Some of these coins have a lot more features than just currency features of just microtransactions. You could do a little bit more. So will it make all coins obsolete? No, but perhaps maybe it could take some market share from some of these peer-to-peer electronic cash. Tyler D says Vitalik is a soy boy. Cliff Martin says Charlie needed to step away so there's no leader bag holder. Cryptos will be categorized by government in the future to be a top tier rated coins, which there will be a few. He had to do it, in my opinion. Yeah, you may be right. You may be right. I understand that argument as well. Marlon says I would add Jin and Vibe as those are delivering on the promises. The Revolutionist says PoonDX is making moves. I grabbed another bag of NPX SXEM. Okay, I did see PoonDX booming yesterday. You're right. Kaboom! Kenny Force just dropped $5 in the population of the super chat here, showing love to the Nakamoto family, champagne and baby champagne. I appreciate that. Let me throw some funny bunny fiat off the ceiling for you, Kenny. Thank you for the love. Guys, the super chat is open. Show love if you are getting some value from the stream. If we charge you up in the mornings, if you're tuning in daily, show love and support those things that you deem valuable, guys. Make sure the wheel keeps turning. Thank you, Kenny Force. Kenny Force has got 5 on it. Do you have 5 on it out there, crypto boomers, here to add to the crypto cipher? Thank you again, Kenny. Kaboom. Marlon Jones has got 2 on it. Boom! Thank you, Marlon. I appreciate it. $2 from Marlon, our crypto brother out there. I appreciate you, Marlon. Thank you as well. Cliff Martin says Charlie knows something we don't. You may be right. You may be right. He was right on the nose saying, guys, Litecoin may drop back to $20. I mean, that's true. You know, as much as you criticize, you also got to give people credit where credit is due. He was right about that. Okay. Rise of King Fresh says use the Meet One wallet to switch to chain selection and select BOS. They automatically get 1 BOS for every 20 EOS. So this is something that you actually gotta you gotta perform an action to receive when talking about these BOS coins. Okay, it's not like you just get dropped the coins, right? Rise of King Fresh, is that's how I'm understanding. You got to physically go there and touch a button to receive those coins if you're an EOS holder. CryptoZilla says, as a project leader who has a vested interest, they are a target for the regulators. If you don't think so, then look what the SEC did to Elon Musk. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. So, you know, I mean, I'm not a blockchain developer. I'm not a blockchain, you know, mascot for one of these coins. So I don't know what these, you know, how they're targeted by regulators or not. So, you know, they may be knowing things that we don't know, says Cliff Martin. And you're probably right. Charlie Lee can now promote and speculate and will not be held liable. You got a point. Lodak says correct, and Rise of King Fresh says correct. And I think you're talking about the BOS coins. Indeed, guys. Today we're doing a second live stream. This is Friday, so we do our general self-improvement chat where we talk about crypto diet and exercise, and we have a general open discussion. Yesterday, our stream got a little sidelined out there. People got a little bit politically charged, talking about the pros and cons of this border wall and the government shutdown or whatnot. And, you know, Champ doesn't really necessarily get politically charged here on the channel. But, you know, if people ask questions, I'll give my opinion or whatnot. But I do like to keep things on the positive note and stay, you know, with that positive energy. I think that we have grown with that positive energy since the beginning with this channel. I want to keep that, keep things headed in that direction. So, you know, if you are, you know, want to stick around today, we're going to be doing another broadcast very soon. I'm going to probably cut this one short today, you know, and, you know, fire up the next broadcast so we could talk about diet, exercise. You know, Champagne was doing the strong lifts for a long time, that strength training program. And now I feel like I've hit an intermediate level. So I've swapped it out and I'm doing a new program called the Mad Cow. The Mad Cow. We'll be talking about that too. Bronson agrees. Charlie Lee selling his bags was the smartest thing he could do. And maybe it was the smartest thing that we should have done too, you know. We should have followed suit and jumped off the boat along with the captain because he did seem to sell at the very all-time high. Or he did, not seem. I mean, it was literally like very all-time high. Vitalik cannot come out and say he thinks ETH value will go up or speculate as such without getting into legal troubles, says CryptoZilla. And shout out to Satoshi, my little cousin out there. I mean, you know, the fact that he's remained anonymous, I think, you know, shows you, you know, he was avoiding legal troubles. And, you know, there's something to anonymity out there, guys. You know, Champagne Crypto, I'm not for secrecy, but I'm definitely for privacy. Litecoin is a worse store of value than Bitcoin and has less speed than coins like EOS and Stellar. So what's its use case? Why hold it? You know, it's an inferior store of value to Bitcoin that I could agree with. It does have less speed than EOS and Stellar. But, you know, one thing about Litecoin is that it's highly decentralized, is my understanding. Mr. Lodak says Parcel is a Wii token airdropping again today for token holders that stake their initial drop on EOS. Yeah, I've heard about Parcel. Thanks for letting us know, Lodak. Is that an airdrop or an air grab? Do you physically have to do something to receive that token, or is it just automatically dropped into your portfolio, into your wallet? Cliff thinks that EOS and Stellar are scammy. Derek thinks that Stellar is not a scam. It's a good project. You know how I feel about Stellar. I can't make a decision on Stellar. I don't know if it's a good one or a bad one. EOS, I've heard, you know, the pros and the cons. You know, I'm giving EOS a whirl. You know, I'm giving EOS a whirl, but, you know, I'm not throwing the whole bag on it either. Mr. Lodak says, as far as these parcel tokens, you have to answer some questions and then stake your parcel. Okay, so it's more like an air grab. Rise of King Fresh says you have to answer a couple questions on their site. Also stake your parcel tokens to receive airdrops for the next. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Crypto Power says, salute, gentlemen, champagne. I smell alphaness, leadership, and positivity. Also, soy boys crying off hard truth about fitness and crypto health and wealth to use. Fine, sir. I want my 27 crypto fun and feeling back. Shout out to Crypto Power for that positive energy, guys. You know, it's comments like that I appreciate. If you don't have $1 or $3 or $5 here to throw in the super chat, you know, follow Crypto Power suit and just drop a positive comment. I feed off that as well. Thank you, Crypto Power. Revolutionist says, Cliff, I don't like EOS either. Cardano all the way for me. And I respect that. You know, I could see the holes on EOS as well. CryptoZilla says, if Satoshi, he or they, did come out, do you think it would all just be good and well with the authoritarian countries? Highly unlikely. It would start with taxes and go from there. I agree. I agree. Is like Satoshi the greatest anonymous figure of all time? I mean, like, could you name a more, I mean, you know, who's one of it's definitely one of the most interesting anonymous figures of all time. Kaboom! Ryan Shore dropping $2 in the bucket. He says, is this your funk band? Maceo and all the King's Men? No, no, it's not. But it's a good guess. And, you know, I'm old school with the music. I'm one of those DJs that, you know, if I was a DJ, I'm not a DJ, but let's say if I was, you know, I'd white label my records so that you won't see the actual tracks that I'm spinning out there. But no, it was a good, that's a good guess, but it's a little more mainstream than Maceo or Maceo, if you want to pronounce that correctly. The Revolutionist says, I have a bag of TMT Traxia similar to Ripple, but it's funded by the people, so anyone can invest finance to fund companies, which could be a boomer. I'm going to check that out. I know you mentioned that a few times. I'm a little put off with the similarity to Ripple, but I'll give it a, you know, I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Let me know if anybody else have heard about this TMT Traxia coin, which is one of the first coins that's being launched on top of Cardano. Thank you, Ryan Shore, for the $2. Thank you very much. Crypto Power says, man, channels came with pump and went off quickly. Your channel is important. The passion, fun, and wisdom on each stream is great. Please keep it up. Better times will come for crypto. You are #1. Many. Thank you, Crypto Power. I appreciate that. Let me drop a bomb for you. Boom. And let me drop a sniper for you as well. Let me drop another bomb for Ryan Shore here. That dropped $2 in the bucket, guys. It's positive energy, positive current here, because indeed this is like this cryptocurrency is indeed like an electric current. There's both positive and negative charge, and we're charging up positively here, indeed. So what's everyone's long-range gamble project, says CryptoZilla. You know, Champ is not really a gambler. Me personally, you know, I'm long-range here with Bitcoin. I'm a long-range sniper with Bitcoin. And you know the other coins that I'm interested in. I talk about it all the time. And some of them here on our virtual portfolio that we built together. Champ, how would you feel if the bear market lasts 8 years like they said yesterday? I'd feel just about the same as I do now. I mean, if it's going to be, you know, if we remain, you know, in the same range, you know, even if we drop to 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, I'd feel about the same as I'm right now. You just got to be patient. And let me tell you something, 8 years is not that long. 8 years is not that long. CryptoZilla says Bitcoin is a given. That's the tree trunk. Yeah, and I go with things that are you know, what I believe to be solid. Champagne is not really a gambler, so, you know, I'm not really gambling on any necessarily project, so that's what it is. Kaboom out there, Revolutionist. Showing love. He's got 5 on it, 5 pounds either. He says Cardano's lining up its sniper scope to snipe ETH from its position. That very well may be true out there. You know, Revolutionist top 8%. Cardano holder. And we're going to hold Cardano accountable here. They better deliver with something, Q1 revolutionists. They better deliver something. I don't want them acting like Vitalik out there, giving a bunch of promises and not delivering. Crypto Power is stacking Bitcoin each month. It is his passion and hobby. Must see if he can pick up some alts. So far, only Big Daddy Bitcoin has delivered. And, you know, to be fair, you can check all-time high coin index. And another coin, it hasn't been around that long, and it's quite centralized. But, you know, Binance has held. Binance has held. Now, you know, Binance is only traded in the Binance exchange, and it's leagues away from Bitcoin, but it has held its price very well. Bronson Ryan says, unpopular opinion, ETH is the biggest scam project out there. The biggest scam out there is the US dollar. EOS Arizona just contacted me out of the blue. Okay. Says Mr. Lodak. Cardano's building in Africa. Yeah, I know that they're building in several countries. Jim says, I didn't think I was a gambler either, but my 2018 portfolio says I was. Yeah. Shout out to Blockchain Susha. He just stepped into the building. What's up, champ? What's up, Boomer? What's up, Susha? Marlon's about to get paid his yearly bonus, and he'll be buying 3 Bitcoin with it. Congratulations. Guys, you know, it's my personal opinion that everybody should have at least 1 Bitcoin under the pillow, under the mattress, in your shoebox, or wherever you stash things, in your sock or whatever. Just hold 1 bit for champagne. Truest words ever spoken, champ. Thank you, Bronson. Marlon says long-term holds. After this year, you won't be able to buy Bitcoin sub 10K per coin. Yesterday, we showed you a calculator, Bitcoin store of value calculator. You could check out yesterday's live stream. I have a link down for it where you could put, if, you know, whatever time, you know, if you could go back to this calculator and say, if I would have bought Bitcoin in January of 2014, if I would have bought X amount of Bitcoin, how much will it be worth today? So it's just a reminder of how much, you know, you've lost basically by not getting into bits. So congratulations to Marlon buying 3 more Bitcoins. That's awesome. Jim says, that's where mine is in your shoebox. Please send it back. That's funny. Derek McLean says, what coin do y'all feel is the most overrated and hyped? You know, honestly, I think Ripple. You know, it's the most overrated because it's number 2. And I think that, no, it's not a number 2 crypto. And it's hyped by so many people that just because, you know, has something to do with the banks that, you know, it's good. I think the fact that it's ranked number 2, right, that by definition, to me at least, thinks that it's over. I believe it's overhyped. Jim is saying Bitcoin Cash. Cliff Martin says Ripple. Revolutionist says Tron and Apollo. Blockchain Susha says Ripple or Bcash. Derek agrees with Ripple being the most overrated and hyped coin. Derek says Ripple, Bcash, and Tron. You know, with Tron, it's kind of 50-50. You got a lot of people that like Tron. They have a good community as far as people using it. But we've said this before, and I'll say it again. I mean, there's some aspects of Tron that seem a little Chinese scammy to me. Okay, I'm not saying it's a scam, okay, because I don't have anything to, you know, support that. But I'm just saying it appears to be. Now, before I got into EOS, I really considered Tron, and, like, you know, I like it. You know, there's things that I do like about it, but not enough to get into it. I'll be honest with you. Bitcoin's the only thing I'm bagging at the moment. Got to get my single coin at these prices. Indeed, indeed. You know, Bitcoin, 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 more bits, more bits, more bits, more bits, more kabooms. Drop the coins off the ceiling. Crypto Power says, I really thought Ripple will be big time. Dude, the CEO's on Bloomberg, but so far, no idea. I'm 50-50 on this. They made many contracts with banks. Maybe it's overhyped. Who knows? Listen, you know, you may have heard my opinion or not. As far as Ripple, I think it smells like central banking, and anybody associating with Ripple, in my opinion, is toxic to crypto. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. I want nothing to do with it. CryptoZilla says Icon and Nasgo both have big backing and solid plans for mainstream adoption, but it's a gamble because getting adoption is hard. I don't know much about Nasgo, but you know, I have covered Icon in the past, what they call the Korean Ethereum. I think I have a video circulating about Icon out there. You may want to search it there, Champagne Crypto Icon. I liked it enough to cover it, and you know, I don't have a bag or whatnot, but it seemed attractive. Derek thinks that Tron is a Chinese knockoff scam. Marlon thinks Ripple and Tron are overhyped. Cliff says, if you don't have one Bitcoin at these prices, what are you doing? Bitcoin first, then dip a toe in the rest if you're feeling lucky. I agree, Cliff. Blockchain Suja says, Icon is a solid altcoin. He has a huge bag. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it. I've covered it before. It's interested me. It's attracted me enough to like look into it, but that's what it is. Crypto Power says, okay, Big Champ, thanks for the info about Ripple. It's all good. You know, I'm going to give you my opinion. And I know some people disagree. Like, for instance, Revolutionist has got a bag of Ripple. And, you know, we disagree there. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to snipe him out the box because, you know, I don't like the coins he holds. It's all good. Just as long as you're not trolling the champ, it's all good. TRX is one of those ones that I always just had something that feels off to me. Yeah, I agree. And you know, to be fair and honest too, like the more I look into the Chainlink is another one that I think is a little overhyped too. I know we got it there in our bag and we took in our virtual bag. Let me say virtual because it's not really, you know, it's just a portfolio that we're building for fun. We took out some Chainlink profits and we got back into Binance and I think Augur. But you know, Link, I'm not completely convinced with it. I think it's a memer too. Just a bunch of memes. Tron is used by spammers and gamblers. Code is pure ETH copy. It's just a clone. Okay. Says Marlon. Blockchain Sushi says, I'm a fan of interoperability. Indeed. And that's what Cardano's going for. Derek McLean says, the key to investing is buying projects that did well in the past over a long period of time, like Bitcoin. Derek McLean says, I'm glad I asked y'all. Everyone seemed to say the same 3 coins. Yeah. It seems like at least we're in agreement with that. I know we disagree sometimes out here, Derek, but it seems like the boomers seem to be in agreement. CryptoZilla says, I could have bought TRX early, but if it's not in your gut, then you will end up dumping it early. So I pass on it. Yeah, I agree, CryptoZilla. I agree. If you're just tuning in, it's the voice here. We've talked about the Lightning Network. I have articles linked down below that may interest you. This one in particular that talks about what exactly is a Lightning Network. And you may want to read it in its entirety so that you can become more educated if you want to. And this is on Medium. And I'm not going to read you the whole article. It's linked down below. And it'll explain to you a little bit more exactly what the Bitcoin Lightning Network is. You can check out this article as well over there on Bitcoinist.com. Bitcoin's Lightning Network now beating altcoins at their own game. So apparently this service, Bitrefill, that sells vouchers for crypto so that you can use those vouchers to on Amazon, Uber, and hotels.com, said that they just opened up a Lightning network node or whatnot, and more people are using this Lightning Network functionality than all of the altcoins in their service. So, you know, they're saying that it's actually double than most of the altcoin, the usage of this Lightning Network. So read this in its entirety too. I have this link down below. All right, guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions out here before we tune out, take a little intermission, and then we'll fire up our second live stream, and we'll talk about diet, exercise, have a general open discussion out there. Original copies, long-term gambling on Verge. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. A little privacy coin out there. You know, Verge was booming for a second there, but then Pornhub decided to accept other cryptos. Small baby alt out there that's growing in the masternode space that's true to crypto ethos Silk Road 2.0 ran by DAO of masternode holders. Heavy emphasis on privacy. Dark Pay. I don't remember that one. Thanks for letting us know. Check it out. Dark Pay. All right. Cliff Martin says 100% agrees. 100% CryptoZilla. I can't hold my bag if I'm iffy on it. Indeed. Derek says, whatever happened to Ian Bellina? I remember he was huge with the ICO investing. I think I've heard of him. I think he was a YouTuber or whatnot, but I never followed that, so I couldn't answer that question. Crypto Power says, thanks for the stream, big time champ. No problem, Crypto Power. Thank you for the positive energy, and thanks for stopping by. And I hope to see you again. Or if you're on our second broadcast today, we're going to do another one like in a few minutes. Rise of King Fresh is asking, what do you think about the Vite blockchain project? Never heard of it, so I don't know. Blockchain Susha is answering Derek. He says Ian Belina is involved with some heavy players now. He doesn't discuss his holdings anymore. Yeah, you know, I've heard his name before, but I really don't know much about him. Cliff Martin says kaboom. Indeed, indeed. All right, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and tune this broadcast down. Stay tuned. Stay tuned in. We'll be right back. Give me about 5-10 minutes. I'm going to upload a new thumbnail and start up a new broadcast. And we'll talk about things aside from crypto. Specifically, you know, the workout programs, the mad cow, anything, diet, exercise, general self-improvement, how you can become a better boomer out there. And we'll have an open discussion. So if you have any other questions aside from crypto, we can address them over there. Okay. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and tune this broadcast down. I'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes, so don't go anywhere. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back.